Leo. Hope you're having a good day today. It's absolutely beautiful where I live right now. Thank goodness. Alright, here we go. Only take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, don't take it. Don't confuse yourself and be like, these cards are for me, when you know damn well they're not. Here we go. Whoa. Very interesting reading. Okay, Bouncer did stay on the bottom, and I'm like, okay, it's been coming up, and I didn't really know if I was going to take it or not, but Bouncer has to come out because something's been hiding, okay? And that's what we're about to uncover. Look at this. So there's a witch and a warlock here in reverse, okay? And when I did witch, what I put on the bottom was, if it was in reverse, see what it says there? In reverse, and then underneath monster. Because that's the thing, is like, that would be, a witch in reverse is somebody very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. So, we've got oldies but goodies. So it's like, I feel like the past, these people made your life a living hell. That's what I'm getting. I'm like trying to figure out why oldies but goodies is in reverse. And I'm thinking, okay, well, if it was back in the day, then maybe it wasn't good. Maybe it wasn't good energy. Maybe it was awful energy. And that's what I'm getting. Two people making somebody's life a living hell. And now they've been told to stop, to back off. We got the Ace of Cups. So that's beautiful energy. And then we got work. Okay, it did come in reverse. So I feel like it wasn't your job to do this, what you did. Because of Camo and Bouncer, I feel like something's been hiding. And this Bouncer, it's like somebody was in a bar, okay? It's packed. There's 1,000 people in there, and there's one person underage. Or two people underage. And they can't find them. Right? And if you think about it, that would be really hard to do. Like, if somebody snuck some people into a bar, you know how hard it would be to go and find those people? Right? So I feel like there's a man and a woman here that have now been told to back off. It's like if they were in the club, they've been told to leave. Because whatever it is that they do is not good. Right? Like, if you think about it, that bar owner, right, they would be sued. Like, those are underage. Those are minors inside of a place that could have gambling going on, could have alcohol going on, could have sex going on. And that fine itself could put somebody out of business, especially when there's two of them in there. So it's like these people wreaked havoc on your life somehow. They're part of your past, and they're part of a very, very unhappy past. And I feel like this is a couple. I kind of feel like this couple, the woman dominates the relationship, and the male, his masculinity is taken up by her. So he just acts like a little bitch. Doesn't say much, just backs away, lets his woman do everything. And it's that, because of that obnoxiousness from him, she's allowed to spread her wrath to everybody. And that's why I don't have a lot of respect for people that are in relationships that let the other person wreak havoc on other people's lives and don't say anything. Like, I have very, very, very little respect for them, because even if they are your wife, even if they are your husband, you should be able to be honest with them. And if they're acting a fool, you can't walk up and say something to them, then that means that person is so confrontational and they just want to control every situation. And they say that they're unconfrontational, which means they don't want to have your conversation because they don't want to lose, right? They want to win each battle by dominating the situation. And then this man doesn't question anything. And then that could be the woman in the relationship, and the man takes up all the power and the woman says nothing about it. Like, what kind of relationship is that? I understand it's hard, but take it from me, I've already been homeless, had to go to shelters. So I don't really, if your life is worth living, then it's worth living. Don't just not leave somewhere because you have to go to shelter, or don't just not leave somewhere because you say you have nowhere to go. Would you rather be killed or get out alive? What's the price for your life? Right? That's kind of what I want to say, is like, how much is your life worth to finally get these people to back off? Because the Ace of Cups comes in for you. So that's your cup, that's your cup. Nobody can take that away from you. So it's like the bouncers come in secretly to take this witch and warlock out for the pain they inflicted on your life. Yeah, there's definitely some type of family dynamic here I'm picking up. We also have the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands. We got the 10 of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups in reverse with the Father of Cups, and then the Sun. So I feel like, and then the Sun with the Ace of Wands, I'm like, okay, someone's getting their mojo back. It's like these people have had control of you for too long, and brighter days are coming, right? It's like somebody's been, these people, it's like, I do feel like it's some type of family dynamic for sure, and they're being shut down. That's really all I can see, is that they're just going to be shut down now. There is no more back and forth with this. When somebody's a danger to you, they're a danger to you, and you have to walk away, you have to leave. And that's why it doesn't matter what happens in between. You know, like when you have to get away from something, it becomes the fight of your life. And it's not about having $1 million in your bank account so then you can escape from somewhere and still live, you know, pimping. If you escape from somewhere, you're most likely going to live underground for a bit. And you're going to hide, and you're not going to have a lot of money, and you're not going to have a lot of things, and it's almost like becoming witness protection, right? To get away from people, you have to hide away from them. It's not about living a luxurious life and getting everything you want. It's about showing the world that you love yourself more than two people that are willing to shut you down, right? That's a hard mask to uncover. And that's why with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups, like, let's see what this Ace of Wands is. Please. What is this Ace of Wands? Ooh, 6 of Pentacles. 3 of Wands. Infinity and beyond. Something that has been taking some time to grow, okay? Oh, wow. All right. So, this Ace of Wands is like magic, okay? Ooh, there's the Ten of Wands. So the Ace of Wands creates this like beautiful moment where something ends and something begins. Right? Something comes down, but yet you fly free of it. It's like I almost kind of feel like maybe this tree was where these birds lived. Hypothetically, I know they're ducks, right? They're geese, yeah. Right? I know geese would never live in a tree, but birds live in trees, right? So if you think about it that way, and you think that this being the house gets taken down, and these two birds can fly free again, right? Like they no longer have to surrender to this. And then we've got the magician. So it's like the magician chooses to lay his sword down and stop defending himself so much, because it was these people, it was this witch and this warlock that you were defending yourself against. So now it's like the Seven of Wands can be in reverse, because the universe is like, this next phase of liberation almost does not involve you being alone. Okay, it does not involve you being alone. It's infinity. It's something that's been taking a while to grow. Is now you're going to see the fruits of its labor. Because the Tower is going to cut something down. And then the Ten of Wands, it's like there could have been this huge, oh my gosh, and look at that with the Ten of Swords underneath. Like this is, and then Judgment. This has, this is actually a really beautiful card if you can see it. There it is. Look how pretty that card is, eh? Judgment is actually in Judgment is 20, and then we got 10 and 10. So that's the thing, is like, there's this absolute awful ending, okay, that leaves nothing left. And then darkness. And then it's like the darkness gets lifted, because the darkness gets torn apart by lightning. And then you get the color again. It's like, I do feel like you could be going from the darkness into the light. You know, something about from black and white to color, almost something like that. It's like something makes sense once this wheel turns, kind of. And yeah, I see this as like some type of opportunity, some type of liberation after these hard endings. And it's a judgment. Like, what are you going to do? You know, what's going to be your final move? There's the Nine of Swords. Like, there's definitely a lot of anxiety around this, and maybe around the moves recently that you've been doing and not knowing if these things are going to work out for you or not. There's the Devil in reverse. Temptation is gone. There could have been a lot of temptations around you, and those were false leads. False leads. It's, you have to go back to what you center around the most, what makes sense to you the most, because these people now have been told to back off and leave you alone. They were obviously a part of the devil, and they're not going anywhere now. Okay, we got the Chariot in reverse. This devil now can't move forward, and the devil was attached to the witch and to the warlock, right? They were attached to those energies. So now that devil can't move forward with you, that creates a Tower moment. And then the Tower moment creates the Ace of Wands, which gives you the Ace of Cups, which is something that I don't quite know what this is, but it's leading you into light no matter what. Okay, from illusion to light. And that's why it's like, please don't try to fight this off. You don't have to stand alone anymore. This wasn't your job to begin with, to uncover these people. So the fact that you went above and beyond the call that you needed to do, the universe has got some gifts in store for you. And that's what's going to end up happening here, right? Your heartstrings are going to become undone, and you're going to be released from these confining words and moments and events that have happened around your life. Okay, and Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So this is like liberation, judgment, moving fast. Okay, because the past was so bad with these people. There's the past right there, Six of Cups. That's the past right there. This witch and this warlock are inside of you. They're inside of your roots, and they've been affecting you. Okay, there's been greed around you and rats around you that have been suckling off of you and taking things that aren't theirs, and they've been told to back off, and they've been warned to leave you alone, but they didn't. And now when the universe warns somebody, it's like a countdown. They're only going to give you so many warnings until they lay you flat on your ass, and then your number is up. And then there's the 10 of Cups. I do feel like this is wrapped around in somebody's family. Like whoever was harming you now can't harm you. So, Leo. What a great reading. That's a really good reading. Like it sucks at the fact that that these people did so much damage to you, and that they were hiding as demons in your life, like the devil. They were hiding in your life as the devil, and that you know, what's too bad is that you had to go above and beyond to expose something that was hurting you. Right, to expose something that nobody could see, right? Because everybody's up in the club and no one's trying to find the underagers. Everybody just wants to party and have fun. And you were like, yeah, but these underagers are ruining my life, hypothetically speaking. So, I mean, it sucks that you had to do this work, but at least it's done now. At least you can say that the work that you did, it wasn't in vain, and that it all went to something, and that it's going to be the catastrophic event that takes their tower away from them, takes their home away from them, where you can live free. Because if they are binding you, or if they are doing something to you, right, then the tower has to come down to destroy them. It's the only way that the energy is going to be able to be released. And I wouldn't be surprised if you see some lightning storms around you. That could be helping breaking up the energy for you right there. Lightning is not something that the whole world sees. Okay, not everybody is, gets the luxury of seeing a lightning storm without an entire fucking geography part of their world being burnt down in a fire. Like, the damage that lightning does, if it hits where I am, I don't ever want lightning to hit here. But in some places, lightning doesn't do any damage, right? So if you see some lightning that doesn't seem to really be doing too much damage, that could be the lightning that's taking down this witch and this warlock in their path. So then it takes their house down, and then because for whatever reason, it's like their tower has to be destroyed. That's what I am seeing. It's something that involves them, and it sets you free. That's what's really weird. It's almost like, it would be like, hypothetically speaking, it would be like if you were arrested for a crime that you didn't do, and then you were put in jail, and then the jail gets lit on fire and you get to escape. Right? Again, hypothetically speaking. Like, because, I mean, most likely if that was the case, they would end up finding you. But if you actually didn't do the crime, then you might get away with it forever, right? It's like some type of illegal housing, or something illegal is going on with this witch and this warlock. And like, that's why they were told to back off. That's why they were told to leave you alone, because what they were doing wasn't right. It was against the spiritual laws of nature. It was against the law of human rights. Everybody is born with human rights. And actually, I was watching this movie the other day, and it was really about slavery back in the day. It was like kind of magic. Like, it was like going from one time to another time to another time to another time. And like slavery, like, I mean, they had no right to do what they did. Like, they had no right to take those people. They had no right to enslave them. They had no right to take their rights away from them. And like, I can see how that is still carried in the roots of Black people. Like, I understand that. I understand how people can carry the heritage of of their race. I do, like the lineages, because it's in your blood. Like anybody, I mean, even the Holocaust, right? If your grandparents were there, it's in your blood. What they saw, what they suffered, what they went through is in you. So I can see how the Six of Cups, how those roots, how roots really can affect you, right? Even if you weren't there and you didn't live that time, it's still a part of you. So these people were a part of you, and they had no right doing what they did. They had no right taking your rights away from you. They had no right enslaving you. They had no right in telling you that you had to do something. But it was that white man mentality. It was that man almost mentality, right? Of like being on top and having to be the top dog. Maybe this is why it's coming out in Leo, right? Being the lion and being the king of the pride. And it's like what that ego does to get people to different levels of their life is awful. The way that people feel like they're allowed to do whatever they want sometimes, and you're like, you're going to pay for that. And not only are you going to pay for that, but the people that come after you are going to pay for that. And your kids are going to pay for that. And those kids' kids are going to pay for that. Like, I couldn't imagine what the repercussions of people in power have to deal with once their power is done. Once that little bit of jerk-offism they don't have anymore, right? It's like, what does a man do once he can't jerk off? Like, honestly, like that's how I feel sometimes. Like, what's a woman going to do once she doesn't have her tits to rub in somebody's face, right? It's like taking their main weapon away from them because they were told to back off to begin with. They were warned not to do what they do. And that's the thing, is like, if you go to break the law, you hear people, like, especially convicts and people who have been arrested, and they're like, man, I knew something was wrong. Like, I've broken into a million places before. Ew, a Lamborghini just drove by. Fucking loser. Oh my God. People in this city are so stupid. Driving by a shelter. Like, not that there's a shelter around, but I'm just saying, this is like, anyway, stupid people in fucking Ferraris and Corvettes and Lamborghinis and, so obnoxious. It's the entitlement. It's like, usually people just do it for money, or they do something because they have the money, right? Where it's like, I'm going to go and blow up a small country because I've got the money to do so. It's so bad. Like, and like, people can say, like, convicts have said in interviews, like, I knew something didn't feel right. Like I said, I broke into a million places before, and then as I was going on, I got warned, I saw signs not to do it, but I did it anyways, and then I got caught. And like, that's, like, sometimes the universe lets people off with things, like, they don't get you right away. They deal with the super angry psycho ones first, but they make their way to those small offenders. They make their way to the people that shouldn't have been doing the crimes that they did. But it just takes a little bit longer, right? We have to deal with the bigger fish, then you deal with the little ones, obviously. But the little ones procreate like motherfuckers, so you got to get control of the little ones and the big ones, because the big ones control everything, but the little ones procreate. So you have to be careful. And clearly these people knew that. I don't really know where this reading's going now. It's done. When I ramble on, you can just turn it off. Unless you want to really hear some weird things at the end of my readings, because sometimes we get weird. But sometimes we don't. Sometimes I just end it. So anyways, that's my reading for today. Hope it helps, Leo. And know that these people are getting shut the fuck down. And they're being shut down today. Now. When the tower hits, it doesn't give anybody a warning. Because they've already had their warning. So this is like, wow, man, we've been warning you for how long? Now we're just going to take you down. Like, it's like the storm warning. You hear it, and you know it's coming, but you always think, well, maybe it'll miss us. Oh, we don't want to leave the house. Like, it's like, these people are getting warnings to leave the house, that something is going to happen. Their house is going to get taken away, and they won't leave. And it's like, okay, well, bye-bye. What can you do with stubborn people? Nothing. So you just take them out. Take them out of the equation. That's my theory. Anyways, peace out. If you want a reading, you can email me directly, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. You can also write to me if you've got something to say. Obviously, it's not always about readings. Clearly, I read people's emails. If you want to write to me and tell me how amazing my reading was and how it changed your life, because that's what happens with this channel. I'm not tooting my own horn. Or if you want to talk about readings, we can talk about readings. Doesn't matter. Anyways, peace out. Hope you have a lovely week. And always remember to love each other.